What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel MMA AJ's Corner. I'm AJ. This is just a quick video with my predictions for the upcoming fight night between Tatsuro Taira and Brandon Royval. First up, we have Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Rocha. Carpenter has one win in UFC. Rocha has one on the Contender, but he's 17-1 versus 7-0. I'm going to deep dig on their opponents, but I'm going to go with Rocha by decision. Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon, a prospect out of Australia, 1-0 on the Contender Series. Riyanika Chopra on 1 versus Dan Argueta. I think Dan Argueta is going to just old man him and just man this kid. He's very young. Cody Haddon, he's 26. He's not that young actually. He looks younger than that. But I'm going to take Argueta. Could be wrong. Close fight. Corey McKenna, Welsh girl, versus Julia Polastri. Poliana Viana pulled out. It's near even, but I'm going to go with Corey McKenna, being as she's from Wales, by decision. Next up, this is interesting. Sean Sharaf versus Junior Taffa. Just even the body type, I'm getting Cain Velasquez vibes on the record, coming in with all finishes, 4-0 into the UFC. More than likely, guys have put it out. The guy can't get fights, much like Cain Velasquez back in the day. People would just find out who he was and what he was doing, wrecking people, and they were like, I'm out of there. Oh, I've injured my toe, my neck, my back situation. 6'2", got the kind of build of Cain Velasquez as well. You can see there, same sort of build. So they can be. Fedor had a build like almost like this. They can be very what's the word? They can be very dismissive of people built like this, but you shouldn't be. If you've ever seen Cain Velasquez or Fedor fight, this body, this physique can win a lot of titles. If he is what we think he is, I think he's going to blow through Taffa. Taffa is 1-3 or 1-4 in UFC. Let me just check. He's 1-3 in UFC. His only win against Parker Porter. Sorry, no disrespect. Nico Price versus Temba Garimbo. Man, Nico Price has just fallen off a cliff. I thought he was going to be in the rankings for a while, but it didn't happen. Versus Temba Garimbo. I mean, man, this is a tough one to pick. I really like Nico, so I'm going to go with Nico, but it's a 50-50 fight. Temba Garimbo, not the most skilled guy. 33 versus 35. Similar sort of records. Price got a bit more experience, but I'm going to go with Price. Now, Pat Sabatini, been around a while, versus Jonathan Pierce. So let's have a look. Jonathan Pierce, 5-3 in UFC. Pat Sabatini is 5-2 in UFC. Oh, I feel like Pat Sabatini's been around a while, though. Let me have a look. So he's been in UFC since... No, only 2021. Alright, this is a very close fight, but I'm going to go with Jonathan Pierce. I think he gets it done. I think he's a better striker. Next up, CJ Vergara versus Ramzan Tamirov. I am going with Ramzan Tamirov. This guy is one of those killers. He even looks like a killer. I mean, scariest 125 looking person you've ever seen in your life. And also, when I was checking this guy's record out last night, he has an insane amount of knockouts. So his first ever fight, punches, then TKO, then a decision, then a knockout, then punches, then majority, then punches, unanimous, and then he lost 2 in a row, a decision and a submission in 2019. That makes me think that this guy was more than likely injured or carrying some sort of, there was something going on, personal life, injuries. I don't think this guy, to lose his only 2 losses are both in a row in 2019. He probably broken up with a girlfriend, had a bad back, or some sort of injury, some niggle. I genuinely believe maybe he just got beat by the better guys, but I think there's a reason he lost those 2 fights in a row. I don't know that, I'm just guessing, but I think there's a reason. And then after that, elbow lever. I mean, I've never even seen an elbow lever. I don't know what that is. And then punches, decision, punches, ground and pound, knockout, TKO. I'm going to take him by TKO. Next up, Grant Dawson versus Rafa Garcia. Grant Dawson did come back and did look decent in a decision win against, who was it again? Joe Selecki. But man, Rafa Garcia is a massive underdog in this, and he's not the best fighter, but he's no chump. He's a tough Mexican. But I'm going to take Dawson by decision, maybe a late submission, but I'm going to take Dawson by decision. Jared Gooden versus Chidi Njokuani. Let's have a look how Chidi's been doing. 3 fight losing streak. Then he wins against Reese McKee, split decision. Oh man, that's not looking good for Chidi. Jared Gooden, how's he doing? 2-4 in the UFC. Last win against Wellington Turman. Man, these are up and down the light heavyweight and middleweight, I guess. Is this a middleweight fight or what? Welterweight fight? What the hell's going on here? Man, I'm going to go with Jared Gooden by ground and pound. Next up, co-main event. This is not a very deep card. Brad Tavares versus Jun Young Park. The Iron Turtle. Love this guy. He's an exciting guy. Really good guy to watch. Let's check what he's been up to. So we had Joseph Holmes, Dennis Tulinin, and Albert Duraev. And then he lost a split to Andre Muniz. So he hasn't been doing bad. Brad Tavares, I think he's been doing alright recently. Brad Tavares, his last three, lost to Bruno Silva, strikes, beat Chris Weidman. I mean, decision Weidman, that's just not a good sign. No disrespect, I love Weidman, but he's old and, falling off a cliff. Gregory Rodriguez, no shame in losing to him, and he made it to round 3. I'm taking Jun Young Park by second or third round TKO. Main event, Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. This is one of those rare flyweight fights where I'm actually excited for. Even though it's a number 3 guy, I think this guy is going to do really well in this fight. I think he's going to win it, but I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think Royval's going to make him work for everything, every minute of the fight. I think he might put him in some tricky predicaments, possibly maybe some submission attempts from his back or so forth. But Royval's well-rounded, he's good everywhere. Raw dog, he's a really good fighter. Tatsuro Taira, if he wins this, he's fighting for the belt next, and I genuinely think Japan is going to have a world champion in this guy. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to beat Pantoja, and I think he's going to look impressive in both these fights. I'm not saying he's going to run these guys over, but that's the whole point. These are the number 3, and then if he beats this guy, the champion, these are no guys to be messed with. These are absolute tough machines at flyweight. I'm actually really excited for this main event. I'm really excited for this kid, 16-0. Dude's exciting as hell to watch. He's got it all. He's got defense, offense, control. He can do everything. So I'm really excited. This is really good matchmaking. They're really going to see what this kid's made of, see what he can do. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this fight. And man, can't wait to see it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you have, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think. Peace.